everywhere in Alberta. You know, like a grizzlies have a hump and a dish face. Black bears, they have small, cute ears. These bears have no fear.
Absolutely no fear. Let's see what their performance is all about. Cue the music.
Bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your stress. I mean the bare necessities of Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, I couldn't be found off my big home. But these are puzzling just for me. When we look under the rocks and planks and big flats at the fancy ants, then maybe try again.
What a performance up there. I laughed, I cried, I didn't know where it was going to go.
A regular Yogi Bear, eh, boo-boo?
Hey, boo-boo. Let's see if they can hang on.
Oh, they're over the bridge! Look at those little bear ears flopping in the wind.
Really pleased and well, hang on, Pam. Well, hang on.
Off to a blistering start so far. Some high scores on this one. We got a 7, a 7, 8, 8, and a 7. They are judging tough today. Let that be a warning to the rest of you back there.
Creativity, performance, speed. Put that all together, and that last team had it. Does our next have that, Tammy?
I think they look prepared. I've never seen a group of people look more ready in my life, actually. I do know these fellas happen to hail from Calgary, the Stampede City, and they wanted to celebrate that by bringing Stampede early to a city that does not have water restrictions right now. So they're bringing the Yahoo and not the Yeehaw, and they've got one heck of a 5-cent ride. It's the Beaver Rodeo, everybody. If you ask any girl from the parish, you know what we just hear most from her head to her toes. She'll say, I'm not sure that it's business of yours.
Remix coming. That one caught me off guard. I'm gonna be honest with you folks. Now, Tammy, side by each piloting, you don't see that very often.
Well, I think one is certainly doing more work than the other.
A lot more heavy lifting on the right side, if you will.
I was more shocked to find out their facial hair wasn't real.
We have a mustache. It fell off. But I think that was a choice of aerodynamics.
Excellent choice with the gold guys.
Absolutely. The tail tire, I think, will take prisoners today. Wow, full pull, full pull.
They're loving that. Fellas, what did you think of that one?
Visualized it 45 times per line. It was exactly, they knew it was going to go up here.
Oh, the judges, big fans of the synchronized Beaver Ballet. 8, 8, 8, and a 7. Logan ruined the streak.
Hey, it was going to be a tough judge here, folks. I've seen him judge people.
He's a touch harsh. A touch harsh, we will say. They had excellent style, though. Like, we can all agree on that. Hopefully they'll bring that to the old Stampede Rodeo. Now this next group, a bunch of wildland firefighters who got a little bored out in the bush and decided to learn how to roast coffee.
Are you kidding me?
No, tell me about where I'm from there. Probably shouldn't
He's
have
got to
been
help
out
out. It's tough for him to talk, yeah.
What's up, Edmonton? We started Canadian Heritage Roasting Company in 2015. Ex-wildland firefighters turned coffee barons. Let's go.
It's a tale as old as time, Cammy. You start in the bush, you start roasting coffee.
Well, now they've actually made instant coffee that would actually greatly benefit wildland firefighters who are out in the bush.
Let's see what their performance is all about here, folks. Let's play the music.
Please know the coffee cup on the back. Oh my gosh, the propeller actually works.
That, I'm going to go ahead and say that was my favorite performance thus far.
Incredible. The vertical on that jump, Top Gun could never.
Could never.
We have a man down. He seems to be doing all right. Oh, the parts, they're scattered across the course. You're still going. Still going. Make some noise for them. Around the last corner here. Can they do it? Those are some skinny wheels, but the propeller is propelling them over the finish line. Flash fuel. So low, but the teammate was there in spirit. All right, what happened back there?
I don't know. I lost my co-pilot. Is he okay?
He's all right. Here he is. He's coming back. Nicely done. Are you feeling okay? Any injury?
It's like a baby stroller.
Let's see how the scoring went for Flash Fuel. We have an 8. Great performance. Great race.
The judges loved it. So did we, Cammy. That was amazing.
Is electric at Fuel taking an early lead.
Yo quería que se cayera. Yo lo apagué.
And next up we have the Gambit Machiners. Now, while we get the course all tied up, why don't you tell me about this fine craft here?
So, we decided to go with a CNC precision machine because, there's nothing more precise than that.
Calientan los teléfonos. ¿Sí ya se apagó el iPhone? Sí, a mí también. Mi otro teléfono ya. Este todo está.
I noticed in your craft it says
¿Lo estás haciendo en vivo? Por eso,
your
sí.
last.
Yo estoy grabando nomás los pedacitos de ahí y de aquí y ya.
Oh, yeah, wise man once said that. It's like that, 1 mile at a time. Let's go.
And we do notice it's a very technical craft. You have some of the specifications on the side. Can you please tell me, what does 69,000 Brops mean?
It means that she's good to go no matter what you want to get through.
Here we go.
No, no puedo.
This could be our first craft with shots. So they thought of the cow tire jump, and I think they're going to be able to take it quite nicely, Gabby.
Well, look at all the Red Bull on top. That'll help them through.
They also look quite top heavy in front of them.
This is the epitome of slow and steady wins the race. Look at them cruise over that hockey board. Still going.
They're gonna go too slow.
They got some big air on that one.
Lisa, how's the volume been here? Are you saying the louder people cheer the faster the crowds go?
You know what? I do have empathy for these fans today because we all know they chewed their hearts out last night and they're probably nursing a few hangovers here. But guys, they need your support. They're having trouble getting to the end here. Give them some noise. They may have lost a wheel along the way and they're slanted now, but they got the job done. Scoring 6, 7, 7, 7.
Respectable.
Unfortunately for them, they already told us that if it wasn't first, it was last, so thanks for coming out.
It's a tough way to live, actually. Who got next, Gabby?
I mean, something we can all relate to. No regret skis, baby! And we are so lucky to have some of the officials from the Stanley Cup lineup here. So what did you see on the offside last night?
Oh, we're crushing it. We're here to crush it. The Oilers are crushing it. We're bringing Game 7 energy to the city tonight. We're ready.
All right. Let's see if these fourth liners can move up in the race here. Let's play their song.
Let's see how the judges feel about how, wow, we got an 8, and an 8, unbelievable job. Good work, no regret skis. Goodness gracious, they had Connor McDavid's speed out there.
There we go. We were looking for that one. And I've never seen refs cheer that hard in my life, so you gotta love it.
Our refs are their refs.
I don't know whose side they were on, but I know they were on the no regret skis.
No, we got a whole mess of gear up here that we got to clean up, but we have a very interesting group coming up next in the Bunsen burners. So, you decided to theme your craft after E. coli. Why E. coli?
Well, that's exactly it. We just graduated from the University of Alberta, and we spent a lot of time researching bacteria. We made a great cart, but apparently there's a virus out there that's gonna hijack it all. So keep an eye out, everyone. We need to keep it away from the card, okay?
I have no idea where this is going to go, and I'm excited. Play the music.
And you commandeered my mic.
That was a WWE performance level. That was, I believe some of those punches were real.
Look at the Bunsen burners working the crowd as they cruise down the course, giving some waves. No worries. They're ripping by. Wow, that might be another fastest time. And a racing time. How was that? Tell us why you're right.
That was phenomenal. Didn't touch the brakes once, just like we planned.
Well done, the Bunsen burners.
Very tough to beat. They had speed up creativity and performance, but Edmonton, our next team, beat them.
I think we have a good chance. This is one of the most unique designs we've seen today. Can you tell me about the cool rollers and this craft here?
Yeah, this is our little mine cart. We're going down the little mine and we'll see what happens.
The youth yearn for the mines.
Matt, I yearn for some music. Let's play it.
See how that does on the ring boards. It is borderline. Do they even have a steering wheel? We don't know. They got past the first obstacle of the day. And we are crossing the hockey board.
Here we go.
Pretty fast here. Do they even brakes? And it's another local Edmonton soapbox coming in hot. They're wiggling, but they're still. Rollers, 31K. Well done. How do you feel?
We had a bit of an explosive ending over that last jump. I put right through the front. It was good fun though.
Still in one piece. Now let's see how the judges feel about your performance, shall we? All right. 31 kilometers per hour. It's a real mix here in terms of speed. What is the ticket? Is it having a lighter soapbox? Bigger wheels? I don't know. We're going to find out today, but so far the crashes haven't been too bad. Just one so far. And do we have a scoring from our judges? Beautiful crowd here in Edmonton today. Give it up for you guys. So good to see your faces. Honestly, Edmonton is the best city to be in the world right now. We got a 4, we got a 5, we got a 6, and a 9. Great job, guys. From a crowd that was so risky, even the rest of the team was wearing hard hats up here. Safety never takes a holiday.
It doesn't. You gotta be safe 100% of the time. And this next craft, it doesn't look safe at all.
And I
mean, we've seen a lot of local rides so far. These guys are all the way from How is there a corporate redneck on the island?
They're not talkers, Cammy, and that's what I love about a corporate rep. They're not talkers.
I think they're ready to let their craft do the talking. Good luck, guys.
If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. When you get knocked down, you gotta get back up. I ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I know enough to know. If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. I lit my brain.
He's down the creek, but at least he does have a paddle.
That right shoulder's gonna get tired. Gonna be honest with you.
This redneck is dialed in, laser focused, hand on the controller. Those are some thin wheels, but doing him well, taking each corner pretty tight, nice control. Guys, why didn't you build any protection on this thing?
I was kind of hoping he'd take a spill into the rapids.
We don't really like him that much, so we thought we'd send him down with a little safety as possible.
Oh, almost got stuck there. Not even into the hay bales. He is out of
I'm actually a
here.
little disappointed, to be honest.
All right, sir, you're very serious. Do you feel like you nailed that right?
I let her eat, so yeah. I think,
All right, well, it all comes down to the judges, though. How do they feel about it? Let's get our scoring.
A triple, no, yeah, 777, and it's a 9. They cheat. 6 or 9. What are you thinking? Can't make up their mind. We're gonna go with the 6. All right, good job.
What I want to know is why they wanted their pilot to crash so bad. But we move on. We have big things ahead. This is the Milkman with the creamy cruiser. This looks fantastic. You must have put so much effort into this. Like 2%?
we just want to deliver some milk.
Again, not big talkers as well, Cammy. Yeah.
They have one mission and one mission only. They must have drank so much milk to get their bones strong for this.
They're on the milk run of their lives. Now, the story behind this team actually is one of them walked into class one day with a water bottle full of milk, drank the whole thing and aced the test, and that is why this crew loves milk so much. So will they ace this test today? That is the question down this race track. Pick up the pace, Milkman, come on! We only had 1% today.
No, milk is a bad choice. That's what Anchorman reference.
They're still going. They've got the stamina. They're picking it up. Come on, crowd, give them some noise. They need some support.
Is this what you guys anticipated?
Not really, no. We were hoping to deliver it a little faster.
21K for these milkmen. Did you say you lost a wheel, did you?
Yeah, I think we didn't have strong enough bones, probably not enough milk, so we need a little more calcium there.
Let's see what the judges think about it. We have some milk lovers on this crew. 6, 7, 7, 7. We have an additional judge number? All right, nicely done.
folks, we got a special treat for you up at the top. Rob Woolley. You might recognize that name from Red Bull Crashed Ice. Now, Edmonton has been a host city, as a number of other cities in Canada, and Rob has competed in Red Bull Crashed Ice, so we thought, why not send him down this soapbox course? What do you think's going to happen here?
I think he's gonna crush it.
Well,
How do you feel about some of those obstacles, though?
You know, it's pretty similar to a crashed ice course. A little different on the rollerblades, but the fundamental goal of getting to the bottom as quick as possible still applies here. So that's what we're going to try and do.
And before we let you get off to the races, we have a little bit of a video for everyone to watch.
Looks a little cooler there than today.
Yeah, just a touch.
It is definitely now summer in Edmonton. Yesterday was the official day of summer, and we have got it off to a hot start. Same goes for the Soapbox race today.
To be fair, that's kind of what it feels like when you're taking out the garbage in winter with the roads here sometimes.
All right, Rob, hit it.
Yeah!
This will be the fastest time down. I'm going to go ahead and say that.
That's a hot take.
Three.
Rob is out of here. We wanted to talk with you. Roll yourself on back. All right. 21K. Nicely done. I don't think you pumped the brakes at all. What was it like going down the rollerblade?
Honestly, pretty similar to ice skating. I just don't know how to stop them.
What's the biggest difference for you going on a track like this compared to, in the wintertime?
I think mentally, just knowing that it's going to suck a lot more to fall is plays into it a lot more.
I think these soapboxes have their work cut out for them today.
Yeah, I mean, they all look great, and they're going fast right now, so I'm excited to see the rest of them.
Well done, Rob. Thank you.
All right, next we have a team that likes to live on the edge. Some sharp wit with these guys. They plan to get down the course safely, quickly, and hilariously. It is the Ribeye Butchers.
I don't know what they're going to do for performance, because they look fantastic, but let's find
Va a
out.
estar bueno. Ribeye. Oh no.
Oh, faster.
A twerking cow was not on my bingo card for today.
No, but I'm happy I saw it.
Está muy pesado.
This is some cutting edge soapbox technology, I must say.
When I look at that craft, Lisa, I don't think aerodynamics. I see fun.
Will they make it over the jump? Okay, slow and steady. Razor sharp focus.
Aquí se va a romper.
Lisa, I'm just going to ask our
Aquí se va a romper.
engineering specific
Sí llega,
judges,
sí llega.
wide wheelbase, how do you feel about it? Not ideal, he likes the idea. Same.
Explain the bounce. Is that part of making this, I guess, pick up some steam, or is there an engineer out there that can break this down for us?
Wheel bearings are looking very loose.
Can they push themselves over the second obstacle?
Now, were you able to do any test runs before you came out here today? No.
stand on the finish line. They are literally bouncing back, and I can see them coming down here. Maybe I should take a rest until they arrive past the finish line. Might be a little bit here.
But I mean, the bouncing kind of goes with the music, right? We've seen a lot of metal fast. That was a little slower. Like that crap.
They just want to say hi to the fans. Give them a wave. Give them a high five, maybe. They're going that slow. You might as well. Help them. Give them a push, maybe. They need a push from the fans.
How about an assessment of your team's performance so far?
10 out of 10.
We need some energy from you guys. Come on. Fire them up. We're my pushers to finish strong. Still a fine piece of meat right here. All right. So, what was the biggest struggle going down that hill?
We put a butcher in charge of engineering this thing and
Note to self, do not get a butcher to design your soapbox. But maybe the judges will be soft on you guys.
No.
3, 5, chopping 4, 3, 6.
That's a tough cut.
I think we're out of meat puns.
That's it. 100% more meat punch than I thought I was going to say.
We did the best we could with the tools we have. But our next team, the Supersonic Soapbox team. It's been an issue for a couple of the crowds so far. What makes yours different? It's not going to be a giant brick on wheels. It's the sonic boombox. Beautiful. Where did this idea come from?
We're a radio station. Why not build a radio and see how fast it can go down a hill?
Well, then, you work in the radio. Let's see you put on a show then.
And the Sound Design Award goes to...
The question is, will they have supersonic speed going down this racetrack? It's picking up. I wonder if the little squeegee thing is helping them kind of...
The antenna?
Yes, steer them in the right direction.
Well, I know it's picking up a lot of stations, but this thing is locked to accelerate.
Very smooth, very smooth. My goodness, caught me off guard. They're going so fast. Look at this crew. And they have solid brakes. That is probably one of our cleanest rides of the day. How did you feel out there? What was the challenge?
That was real good. The biggest challenge was to make sure I didn't go too fast over and go head over heels.
Well, you went 46 kilometers per hour, so well done. 36, not 46. Sorry, pal. But still, well done. Let's take it away to the judges. They're scoring. We've got a 7, an 8, a 6, and a 6. Well done, the Supersonic Soapbox team.
Well, video didn't kill the radio star, and neither did our course here today.
Thank God. Because it was touch and go for a bit there.
Now, our next group here, they came ready for action. They have their tall socks, they have orthopedic support. They are the West Edmonton Wallwalkers.
Is their craft name?
It is one of the most stunning vehicles I've seen here, Dave. You gotta show it off for the camera. Tell us about this design. Tell us about this design and where it came from and what it means to West.
We're bringing back the nostalgia of the West Edmonton Mall in 1985, and we recreated the Robin Bell sculpture called Open Seas, which everybody can go see at West Edmonton Mall in Phase 1.
Well, let's see that performance.
Edmonton tumbó.
That looks like the hardest craft to steer we've seen thus far.
You just sort of wave going down the course following the whale. Put your hands up and make some noise as the whale passes you on the racetrack. Come on, guys. Fire this whale up and give him a wave.
Lisa, at the bottom, can you ask if we can get some of that merch as well? I love the jackets.
Oh, iconic. WEM, I mean, we used to be the biggest mall in the world, and we still are known around the world for West Edmonton Mall and the whale. I mean, iconic. The wheels on this was
This could be triple balls.
no problemo. Look at this, cruising. I feel like this might be our tallest soapbox. Coming in, cruising through. Look at the bling on those wheels. Absolutely flawless. 32K. I'm having flashbacks of coming out of this whale. How was it in there? Was it tough to steer?
It was a little slower than we thought. Whales don't move that fast, apparently.
Yeah, the judges feel about this whale. Oh, another 10. We've got an 8. A 7, 7, and another 8. The judges loving the whale.
I mean, getting a 10 from the artist too, that's big.
That is huge. That is absolutely huge. That is all design and
And they're gonna have some extra pep in their step the next time they grab their ankle weights and do some laps around the mall.
I like how he had the headphones on. Couldn't even hear you. He was in the zone.
Dialed.
Yeah.
Dialed. Our next team is dialed here as well. We have the Z Fighters with the Flying Nimbus. Tell me about where the inspiration for this came from.
You know, we like Goku, we like Dragon Ball, and so we decided to make a Flying Nimbus. Right? It's from the beloved Dragon Ball anime back from the 80s. It's the Flying Nimbus Goku rides around on. It's supposed to be a cloud, and it kind of looks like a Cheeto right now, but it is a Nimbus.
It is a Nimbus, and you look ready to put on a show. Take it away.
It's still intact. They can still keep going.
I think they're going to rally. Look at that.
They lost their steering wheel. They said they don't have a steering wheel. They still have the front windshield.
Them, look at them go!
The crowd down here is chanting, we want to crash, and this team delivered.
They gave the people what they want. You gotta love it.
They're still going. You know what? Maybe this is what they needed to really pick up the pace.
You'd think losing a steering wheel would make it harder, but they're actually driving much straighter than when they had the steering wheel, which I find very interesting.
Frankly, I think your powers might have just overwhelmed them.
Yeah, I'm just too strong.
We've got some Sherwood Park drivers from here.
Shots fired from Kevin. Shots fired.
The fighters are still coming down the track and just cruising. You know what? Oh, we get a second crash. They cross the hockey boards. And the hay
true tool for many of these teams to get that speed going. I think with you guys calling it, you still got anything need to come down the track.
¿Hay una barrita o algo?
I'm really excited to see what the judges think of this one.
They ate hay before they even crossed the finish line. Nicely done still, guys. I mean, are you going to rally and still be able to finish?
Oh, excuse me.
The Soapbox Red kind of later on. That's the difference here between not being able to take the rally from the track.
Hey, viene.
These all techniques, right? There's teams
The soapbox running them. I don't know right now.
¿No quieres papas?
From an expert standpoint, where do you think things went wrong here? You have to go to university to learn that.
They're dragging this soapbox down to the end. Come on, guys, give me some support. Job well done.
Uno más y
What happened?
Wheel bump. Wheel broke.
Let's see how the judges fared with you guys. Maybe they're going to give you some sympathy. Not a lot, but we got 2 6s in there. 3 actually, and a 2 and a 4. Give it up for the fighters. These fighters did a great job. They finished. Let's take a look at some replays. We'll have to see some crashes, and they delivered 2 today in 1 race.
Now, Lisa, this is their performance, and it was a stirring, reincantation of what Dragon Ball Z is really all about. And this is what Soapbox is all about. Right, left, back.
That might be record-setting in terms of crashes that early. Just went over the start of the starting line and out into the hay.
Truly doing the best they could with the tools they had.
That's absolutely correct. That was a fun one, and I think our next craft, folks, is equally as fun. Zoom service.
You know, I think we could all use a little Zoom service right now. It sounds refreshing. Is that what you guys are eating?
Long night last night, great game. You know, we had a few to drink last night, but we still made it here. We're keeping that energy up. We're out here to race.
Well, that's better than when you're a little tired ordering room service. That's what this is inspired by, and those baguettes are real. I'm gonna have a bite after this performance, folks.
Los espero ahí donde está. Está la salida allá. ¿Te parece?
Already, I think I need to order some Zoom service ASAP.
Now you'd think they'd have glued all that stuff on, but it's actually not glued on. It's amazing the wine glasses
I feel great. That was super exciting. I want to go again.
You trust your co-pilot really there. Like what, how did you keep this on straight and narrow?
You know what? I don't trust him. I told him if I yelled brakes not to listen, so he delivered.
Fearless this Zoom service. Let's see how the judges feel. Did they deliver? Look at this replay, everyone. Take a look. Coming down the second obstacle there, cruising in.
Over the ice surface there, Lisa, I love that. That was the same ice Edmonton always played on last night. I said that joke already. Sorry.
There we go.
One of our best scores yet. 4 9s and an 8. That might be the best Zoom service in the city. Well done.
El casco se pavo se la jalaron con
They lost their bait, yet they did not lose their pride. What an effort.
Sharon, quickly, what did you love about that one? That was one of our highest scores, so.
Creativity, the baguettes flying everywhere, food going all over the course.
We're food motivated up here, folks. Just a little treat there. What do we got next, Cam?
Some snacks. Up next, we have some Volkswagen enthusiasts. Tell us about their spritzer.
I mean, we all work at a Volkswagen dealership here. We're all big fans, so we based our craft off T2 bus and made a fire truck theme, and yeah.
We're saving lives one squirt at a time. Yeah, we always gotta find them hot and leave them wet.
I mean, I think that's all there is to say.
Mira, mira, ahí viene el carrito.
Close call on that one. Not a smooth start.
No, absolutely buckled on the takeoff there. The fact that they're still standing. His teammates saying he's a good driver. What makes you say that?
You know, he's got quite a bit of experience. He's one of the oldest in the group, so he can definitely keep it in the track, I think.
Safe.
You can tell this fire truck is fueled by Redbird. Wow, that took no time. The sprinter has arrived past the finish line. How do you feel?
Oh, that was awesome. I backed up. We're here to put out fires now, so here we go.
Let's see if you put out a fire enough to score well with the judges. How are we feeling up there? Okay, we got a 6, we got a 7, we got another 7. We have a 8 and a 7. Well done, to Spritzer.
What I want to know is why the Dalmatians were wearing leashes up here. That was certainly a stylistic choice.
It was interesting, and they really stepped outside the box with that, because you think they'd be trained. I don't know.
Our next group here is Supercharged. It is E-Bike Edmonton with the F1 racer. This is nothing like a bike.
It doesn't. It's fast, fun, and F1.
How do you top that? Let's listen to their song.
Oh, there we go.
F1's got nothing on the E-Bike Edmonton.
I got a question for our Jets James. Do you think that spoilers actually going to keep them lower on the ground?
I think they'd have to go a bit faster.
Engineering. That's all that is.
One thing that really surprised me about a lot of these crafts, I did not realize how integral pool noodles are to the building process.
Bike Edmonton coming over the finish line. Hot. That seemed too easy for you.
Shockingly easy. I thought that was going to be way harder. I was worried we were going to crash into the nose on that last jump.
Well, you went as fast as 31K out there. Well done. Let's see what the judges think. 6, 5, 7, 8, and another 7. Well done. Hopefully everyone's staying hydrated out there. Drink up some Red Bull, some water. It is getting hot out there. And we are in the beaming sun, so make sure you lather up in some sunscreen.
I just applied, Lisa, so I feel great. And I also feel great about our next team, Candy, French Canadians.
Driving escargot.
That's Snail. What's this other song or whatever? Folks, who wrote and recorded that song? Because I wanted to read it. I don't know. Never heard it. I love it.
Well, you guys are the French Canadians, but you're from Edmonton. How did this all come about?
We just sent our 2 French people on the car, so
that will be a while because Lisa, they're going slow, right?
They are not too sweet. I think they've had too much poutine. I think that's weighing them down. I don't know. Les Canadiens Français are not doing so good up there, but maybe they'll pick up some speed near the end turn here. This escargot is going now.
Well, Lisa, Snail's not known for their speed, if I know the animal correctly, correct?
That is true, actually.
That was a tough landing, folks.
The joke or the jump?
They're still going. They're crowd pleasers. And you know what? They're just going to give themselves a little bit of a hand here. 22K, that's not bad. 22K on the track, number 1 in our hearts. How do you feel out there?
Well, I think our bearings were too good. Our accent was crooked, but we made it. Good week.
Do you think you chose the right name for your car, escargot?
Yeah, that was pretty slow. I don't think we were expecting that, but hey, we made it in mostly one piece, so I call that a win.
Well then, why don't we take another look at how you both did out there on the track? The French Canadians in escargot. This is probably their finest turn or finest. Oh wow, they almost lost it there, but they held it together.
Lisa, can you ask them, was the arm circle for show or was that just out of fear?
All right, guys.
You know, we have to make it look good for the fans today. Thanks everyone for coming out. Let's have some fun.
The judges now and their scoring. 5, 5, 5.
Lots of fives. Did that sink their hopes?
That was a French joke, and I laughed.
Those are all the French names I know right there. Now, our next group here, Hockey Night in Canada, the Zamboni Brawler, they are made up of equal parts Oilers and Flames fans. And I think we need to give them an extra big cheer because the Flames don't usually have much to cheer about in June.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's see how this thing fares on the performance side. Hit it. So the Oilers putting the Flames players in the back of the Zamboni. You don't see that too much.
We may have a couple of divots taken out of the top of the ramp here.
And I want to ask our hockey judge, how often do you see teammates lining up on opposing sides on a faceoff?
It's rare. It's a first, I think.
I can't confirm that's the same one, so they had to refill pretty straight here because they went a lot of them.
You had some Flames fans on this team, you had some Oilers fans. In the end, I think it was the Oiler fan that really kept this Zamboni going over the track. Wow, they're losing their sign, but they're still cruising. Well done to Hockey Night in Canada. 28K for this Soapbox team. And look at that, see, coming together to be a great teammate. Now let's see how the judges scored the Hockey Night in Canada. We're getting some boos down here for the Flames fans. Come on, guys. We need all the help we can get. I know where you live. We've got a 6, a 6, a 7, a 6, and another 7. That's pretty solid. Well done. Represented in Calgary and in Edmonton on this Soapbox crew.
Well, the winner of this Battle of Alberta, I think, is all of us.
I feel like I won there, and I feel like I won with our next team, the Hudson Pub Sled Dogs. Cooper, what are y'all about?
We are the drink of summer, especially at Hudson's. We have our team of dogs here. We've been working and training all year. Our driver hasn't driven, but our dogs are going to take charge.
Trust the dogs.
They look like good boys. Very good boys. We'll see if their performance is just as good.
Hudson Sled Dogs off and running. Mush!
Raise the roof, guys. You saw the hand there. Give them some noise.
Well, the one of our lead dogs seems to be experiencing a bit of trouble. They're a little directionally challenged.
Yeah, that dog's facing the wrong way. It's interesting strategy. Let's see how it plays out for them.
Just strolling along. Look, this is casual. Nice little Sunday drive.
Lisa, Husky's not known to do well in extreme heat either, so that could be one factor.
It's getting too hot eventually, though, so. All right, I think I see him. He's still coming down. I'm really interested to see how fast this soapbox is going. Is it in the negative?
Frankly, this is the most heroic sled dog run since Balto got all those kids their medicine.
That's
26K, cruising on through. The puppies are still intact. You know what? Well done, well done. What do you think held you back, maybe back there?
You know, I just don't think we put enough money into R&D on this cart. I think we're going to have to come back stronger next year.
Is it fair to say maybe it was the weather? Maybe you slayed it in winter?
I think, yeah, we're much more of a winter sport team, so again, got to play a full 60 to win, so.
Job well done, you still made it. The judges, they might be on your favorite side. We'll see how they feel about your performance. A 6, a 7, a 7, an 8, and a 4. Still a job well done. Congratulations.
Quite a showing, and we're now officially through our first 20 teams already.
We've laughed, we've cried, We've seen it all, and we're not even halfway through. As we mentioned off the top, there was 460 entries. We had to narrow that down to just 57. So you're seeing the 57 best today, and we've seen 25, but there's a lot more coming here.
Here's a look at some of the ones that you can look forward to coming up here. We have the Santa Pilots. I think there's a pretty notorious Ukrainian Easter egg that we're all quite familiar with.
I like Team Rocket Man. Look at 40. I saw their costume. Beautiful pageantry.
Tim Broden's ready to take your order.
And the Mountain Gorillas in 57. I can't wait to see them. They've been wearing those gorilla suits all day. I think they melted.
And Greta Bar, like we saw how bumping Greta Bar was last night after the game. Do we think anyone on that team got any sleep?
No.
Simple as that?
No.
All right, folks, we are going to take a quick break, get some Red Bull, get some water, slap on some sunscreen, and we'll be back next with, I ran out of dinosaur jokes already.
It's a Jurassic Park.
Not as fast. Over there, you got like audience here, like running stuff. I doubt it. I don't think that they're good building so far. I'll message you. I'm gonna go do a walk around. I'm gonna get like free shit. You can win possible Galaxy Land or water park.
I will try.
Amazing. That's big. How did it look? Can I get some air? Yeah. Oh, that's
Welcome back, Edmonton. How we feeling? We have some more wicked performances coming up here today. So right now, we're going to throw it to the bottom with Lisa McGregor.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are having such a great day today. We've seen some phenomenal soapboxes. We've gone through our first 20 so far. We want to know how you are feeling. How is the day? We need to make some noise out there. Were you guys too hungover from yesterday's big performance? You know what? I'm going to check in with this oil fan right here. So what's been your favorite soapbox?
100%.
Zamboni. Let's go back up to the crowd up top. How's it feeling up there with you guys, Craig and Cammy?
Vibes are high. Vibes are high. I got some guys here. Favorite soapbox so far?
Yeah, baby!
Oh, that's Jurassic. Oh, you're talking about Jurassic Park. They're coming up next. I'm excited to see that one, but Lisa, vibes are high.
Vibes are very high. I think people need some Red Bull to maybe rip it up a little bit more and get some energy here. Maybe some water, lather up. It's a sizzle hot day out there today, but I gotta say, is Edmonton not the best place to be right now in the world? In my opinion, we've got the Oilers cruising up to the Stanley Cup already. We've got the Red Bulls so far. And we still got at least 25 to 30 more soapboxes coming down here, and we will continue to deliver more action. We did see 2 or 3 crashes today so far. We saw a crash literally right out of the gate. Who do you think deserves to win People's Choice? You guys decide who is the People's Choice, the best soapbox in your opinion. So make sure you games. We'll find out who's the best soapbox of the day. Later on today, we'll have a first, second, and third place winner here. But I don't know, I'm really looking forward to the Gorillas, the Bananas crew, because I talked to them earlier in the pit, and they were in a full-on gorilla outfit, cooking. So really, it'll be interesting to see how they fare when they come down the track, and they're second last. So we still have lots more coming up today. How are things faring up there at Craig and Canyon?
We're actually at the scene of the crime, the crash zone. But it's all been repaired already. Right now, we're going to take a look at some of the highs and some of the lows of our first 20 crafts.
So this was the Dragon Ball Z crash that we just alluded to earlier. I'm going to be honest, they weren't even close. It was 10 meters down the ramp. They still finished. They lost their steering wheel.
Tough to recover from that one. Honorable mention to our Hockey Night Canada guys who were a little bit low on the ice servicing machine there, and they might have taken a little bit of a chance out of our start ramp.
They got high centered. It's your classic story of being high centered.
One of the most unforgettable soapboxes, I have to say, is Zoom service. You had someone where they were literally ahead on a platter and they still cruised along. That's the fastest Zoom service you will ever see. And they have the best scoring, I would say, and the best times for sure here today.
What I thought was interesting about Zoom service is I don't know too many people that just order water and a huge basket of bread for their water. It's an interesting order.
I think that was a lot of orders this morning for some people.
Well, next up we have a team that was so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should. Tell me about Jurassic Park.
Well, it's inspired by Alberta's very own Albertosaurus.
And who doesn't love dinosaurs, right?
Heck yeah. My 4-year-old nephew is losing his mind right now.
Can we just talk about your name really quick? Dino McDino Things. Interesting cart name.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a film.
But it's great. Our dinosaur is really goofy, and we want to represent it with our name. Dino McDino Face. It's really great.
Hit it.
Those little T-Rex blades move.
Unfortunately, Lisa, the big T-Rex did catch up to our paleontologist at the top and it took him out.
Lost a lot of good men out there today.
Will they dig themselves out of this mess or beat the last one? We shall see. They visited the World Tyrrell Museum once and they were just obsessed with dinosaurs. They are coming through the finish line like a fast T-Rex. Jurassic Park wrapping it up. 30K down that racetrack. How do you think you did? Are you happy with your performance? Oh, you got a Red Bull. That's why it was so good. How was the performance?
Fantastic.
And you still held on to the magic egg. Look at that. All right, judges, what do you think? Scores of the day. Well done, Jurassic Park. Just slaying it. They're loving it. That's a tough score to beat, but our next group here is looking pretty confident right now. Some of the best costumes that we've seen yet today.
It's the pageantry for me. You know what I love about this team? They were already getting the crowd fired up. It wasn't even their turn. They were flying around here. So let's see what their performance is all about.
Let's hear it for the Oil City Rollers.
Ah, mira.
We have taken Jabon. We have braided Gasoline County. And now come here to conquer the Red Moon. As your redeemer, it is my high hand that will rise from the ashes of this world. With this, I know your boy and I deserve to have alcohol shining. Witness me!
Never forget seatbelts.
All right, let's
The
go.
war horse is off and running! The most dramatic start we've seen so far, instilling the fear of war horse in this soapbox. It is way too quiet up there for this crew. Come on, make some noise! Oil City Rollers rolling along, cruising through the ice boards.
Lisa, my jaw is still on the floor from that performance.
Look at that, the roof. Oh! 33 clicks out there. Look at this. You're a Mad Max out there, and you still got the silver face. How you doing?
I'm feeling really good.
Let's see if the judges feel really good about how you did. Let's see how the Rollers did. Solid clean performance from the start to finish.
Now, it wasn't speed that really wowed me. It was the performance and that finish. Right? That was the performance.
It's the little things. It's the gloves. It's the spray painted six pack. You live for that.
I thought that was real. Was that spray painted?
I wasn't gonna get that close.
I was right in there.
But now we have our next team up here, the Pacific Pilots. How are you gonna follow a performance like that?
Give the show a little Ukrainian dance and see what happens.
Tell us about this craft. It looks a little bit familiar for some of us who've been through certain parts of Alberta.
Yeah, we made it after the Vegreville Kasanka egg, the world's largest.
Yeah, big deal, he says. All right, guys, looking forward to that dance.
Going right there.
Gets the people going. Vegreville came to play today. Let's see how they fare on the track. Is it all just the same as dance? Let's see. Clock the license plate, borscht.
And they really dressed to impress today. Wow, the egg glistening in the sun. Look at these big smiles.
It was good. It was good. A little easier. Right word.
The judges are going to give their scoring now. Let's see how you fare. About a second. Oh, no, they changed their mind. 8, 9, and 8. Well done. This is a solid 8. You guys built this to last. Well done.
Well, you know, they were actually trying to buy the judges' affection. They were handing out these cute little guys up here. How great is that? The camera's definitely not on it. This is what was handed out to the judges, and I think that gave them some extra points here and there. I wonder what was harder, building that craft or nailing that dance?
I mean, both were. When the gentleman threw the other gentleman up on his head, I was worried there was going to be a safety risk, but he landed, and I assumed the craft. This next craft. It looks structurally unsound.
Oh, it looks like a very familiar friend. We have the real Walter Dale Bridge right over here. We have the Walter Dale Bridge feature on the course. And now the Walter Dale Bridge is going back to Walter Dale Bridge. Bridge section.
Let's hear it. I was unfamiliar with that remix. I hadn't heard that before, but I kind of liked it.
My question
It's
is,
the best original song we've had today.
my question is, did this construction of this Walter Dale Bridge as long as our Walter Dale Bridge took to be built? But it looks flawless and solid, even up against its own bridge. Cruise through the ringboards.
This could be one of the fastest times. Walter Dale Bridge is moving. Traffic is going in both directions right now.
It looks beautiful, and they cruise along. Unbelievable finish. Going too fast. We've lost a few cables, but they made it. Well done. 36K out there. Are you doing all right here? How was that finish? What happened? Who needs breaks anyways? You picked up the pace. The judges, I think, are probably loving this one. Iconic Walter Dale Bridge scored at a 9, an 8, an 8, a 9, and an 8. Well done.
Well, as we heard earlier, no one likes a coward. And our next team up here is bringing quite a show as well. But we're not in the Fruit of the Luman, are we? What's this all about?
We are the Blazing Berries.
Blazing Berries, what does that entail?
You know, it's a testament to our good friendship, spending time at my family farm and picking some berries while we're at it.
Picking berries and picking up speed. Let's see the show.
situation, and the Bears are moving fast too. Yeah.
The opposite of a pick-me. Those are the ripest berries I've ever seen, just cruising along. The first jump of the Walterdale Bridge, no problem at all, and now they're coming up to the boards, still going strong.
Our last couple crafts have been moving very, very quickly. Remember, speed is only part of your skill, creativity, and performance.
60 finish, 36 kilometers per hour out there. Do you think people are gonna fire it up like a little berry? Do you think these berry heads helps you get the speed out there?
Absolutely streamlined as ever.
How do you feel on that track?
I feel very good. I was just hanging on for dear life.
We are very, very happy. Are the judges, though? That is the question. How did you score? These berries are loved by the crowd down here.
Cammy, I barely believe that score. Those are some high numbers.
I think they barely believed it, but I think we had a little bit of falsehood there. That is not hanging on for dear life at all.
That was some of the biggest air we saw over the Walterdale Bridge, and I love the fact that they're getting the crowd involved on the way down. And that full 3, 180, 270 stop right there. That's not the love.
Young Greeks down here, solid performance. Our judges had a big reaction up here too. I saw your reaction. What's going through your mind when you see that finish?
It takes guts to pull that off, so good for them. It definitely contributed to the score.
That's what it takes to impress this tough crowd up here.
So you're telling me there's a chance? You're telling me there's a chance. If you see Dumb and Dumber, you're going to love this next one. It's the Gus Bus.
No relation whatsoever to Mutt's Cuts, I presume.
No, it just looks exactly the same, but no copyright at all. Let's hear it.
Just give it to me straight. I came a long way just to see you, Mary. Just at least you can do his little.
Yeah. That's the truck for Double Double.
Not good.
Get it right.
You mean not good like 1 out of 100? I'd say more like 1 out of 100. So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah! Well, big old sec. See you later. There is always a chance in Edmonton where there's a will, there's a way with this Gus Bus. Look at that smile in the front. You know, the doors blew open at the back, so we got a beautiful view of that McDavid jersey the whole way down at the start of the course here.
Now, they've lost one door's still on, dog's still all attached, everybody's still in there.
Whatever it takes to get the best score and speed. The Gus Bus has crossed the finish line. A little out of control, but killing it at 33K. Well done. What happened? Were you a little worried when you lost the back end?
Not at all, not for a second.
7, baby!
That's right. There's always a chance, just like we saw with the Oilers now. How are the judges feeling about the Gus Bus? All 7s. Those are some lucky numbers. All 7s. Well done. Foreshadowing for Game 7, maybe.
They said Oilers in 7. Why not give them 7s?
You know what? Actually, my favorite Dumb and Dumber quote: "Our birds' heads are falling off."
Well, speaking of our next group,
and it's not going to happen to our next group, the local boys, a group of ornithologists who got really into birding over the pandemic. But this craft is called the May Pie. But there are some levels with that name. It's not just the pie here. Can you tell me about it?
That's right. We've got mag wheels and we have a pie. And so we have Maggie here. She is a magnificent magpie.
But on your sign up in the pit there, you also all had your favorite bird listed. So what's yours?
That's right. I am dressed as my favorite bird, the red-breasted nuthatch.
The blue jay.
I'm
the Black Hat Chickadee.
Flicker away, gang.
Something like that.
The level of hacky sacky I just witnessed. Wow.
And also a note to fans, those feathers on the back.
We got high standard.
Check the spring-loaded tail feathers on that bad boy. Look at that front. What a steering. They're flying.
We've lost feathers. We can confirm we have lost a lot of feathers. And it could be a tactic for the following games. Let's see if it's a little slippery.
It appears the last obstacle is the tougher one. People getting some major air on that one.
Son plumas,
The local boy is looking good. Lost a few feathers, but they're flying together. All right, how was it out there?
It was magnificent. What was the toughest part about this track?
I think the jump at the end was a lot of fun.
Look at that attitude. All right, how did the judges feel about the local boys? We got an 8, a 7, an 8, a 7, and a 7. Give it up for the local boys. You know, you don't want to mess with those birds. Remember, crows do remember faces.
Absolutely. So be nice to them, as you should be nice to our next team, Viciously Sweaty. I don't know where to go with this. I'm gonna let you handle it.
Well, sometimes in this warm summer weather, if you have a beaver, it'll get a little too hot, not properly groomed. So here at Viciously Sweating, we take our beaver grooming very seriously. Just like at Mud, Sweat, and Gears, we'll take care of your bike and we'll take care of your beaver's hair.
Let's hear your song.
Listen here, we want to help you out. Your beaver needs a makeover. It really needs it now. There's nothing to it. Grab some clippers and a can of mousse. We'll show you how to do it. Kim brought you some scissors and Chris has
Some air off the launch pad. Looks like this beaver just got a fresh wax. They're cruising down this racetrack. The Viciously Sweating crew from St. Albert bringing it today. Eyes on the prize, literally. Taking those bumps pretty hard, but it did not slow them down. Wow, this was definitely a fast soapbox for sure. Wow, we don't know how they're gonna finish. Look at that. Little zigzag, viciously sweating. You came down there at 38K. Are you sweating?
I'm sweating, man. It's warm out here in here.
You did a great job. Love the stash. Let's see how the judges fare. 7, 7, 7, 8, and 8. Viciously sweating, go cool down. Job well done. And the beaver tail drags along with them. What a race to the landing strip. Well, our next grab, this is one of the tallest ones we've seen. Actually, Craig, I've lost you.
I'm on the other side. I can't see you over the crate. It's too high.
Well, I think you're with the team, so you might as well introduce them.
Weiss Johnson Mechanical, tell us about your craft.
Obviously, this is the new Edmonton LRT. This is what we started off of. I think it's a really good symbol in the city. Everyone knows it. So, yeah, we're excited to be here. Have a lot
fun, and hopefully make it down in one piece.
Those are all great sentiments. Let's see your performance. Oh, fast LRT almost endoed over the front on the start. Over the Walter Berry Bridge here, folks.
Look at this bus just cruise along. TS, a nice smooth ride. You can always guarantee a nice smooth ride along there. Oh! Bring up the noise as they bring it home.
That camp tire jump has cleared as many crafts as I've gotten inside. Can you speak to that?
I think you need to raise that jump a bit. Look at this. I actually do need a lift. How you doing out there? Simple design, yet it proved to be effective, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely so effective. Everything held up pretty good. Well, the nose, she's a little busted. But other than that, she held up good. Not too fast, not too slow. I think she's good.
Just right. And the judges, let's see how they feel about your performance down this track. 6, 6, 6, 6, and 7.
The dependability we like to see from public transit.
Absolutely.
I know, right? And now we're on to our 30th team of the day. Oh my goodness, you must be cooking and all that gear.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, just a touch. Wheelie Sims and this is Wheel Team Sims driving Recce. What was the inspiration for your craft?
This is the Armored Combat Support Vehicle Lab 6.
You seem like you're all business. I can't wait to see what you have to show us.
This is definitely one of the wider soapboxes competing today. Solid job, built like a tank.
Logan Peyote, one of our judges here, you rode the course already. Favorite feature?
Last jump, by far the last jump. That's action.
Look for the last jump here, folks, the tail tire jump.
Wheel Team 6 just rolling and rolling. This driver loves the air.
And it's all in one piece, it looks like, Lisa.
Put it on quite the show. How about that?
What do you think? Just like you drew it up?
Oh, exactly like you drew it up. It's perfect.
36 kilometers down there. You absolutely killed it. What do you think was the key in your design that helped you?
I think the key was our engineer, Coco Krieger. We wouldn't be able to do this without him.
Took care of business. Let's see if you did it on the scoreboard. We've got a 7, we've got an 8, a 7, a 9, and you got a 10! Well done! Wheel Team 6!
Great showing from the Edmonton team. That is our 30th team of the day. Let's take a look at some of the crafts we have coming up in a little bit here.
Up next, Balls of Steel. I'm excited for that one.
And at times controversial to tell us balls. I think victorious down this track for sure.
The Algebros put a ton of work into their craft. I saw it earlier. There's a lot of detail there for the smart people among us to figure out.
And before we went to the last break, 57, the Mountain Wolves, I can't have fun here, still in your gorilla suits. It's too hot, all right? Drink some water, put on some sunscreen.
That is exactly what we're going to do in this quick break here, and then when we come back, Lisa's got a special guest lined up.
Like I already know your supervisor's pregnant. Oh, like a different supervisor, bro. Oh, what? Like, where are you? Yes.
Scoring dealers to scoring dealers.
Either water or Red Bull.
From breakaways to getaways. From dreams to making dreams come true. My well, my way.
Responsibility goes to keep okay. Well, I'm still where I am, so yeah. See you when you get
Welcome back, everybody. This has been such an incredible afternoon so far. I'm starting to feel pretty inspired. So, Greg, if you were to design a soapbox, what would yours look like?
I mean, I think the Zamboni's got a lot of love, so I'll go in that direction, especially with the Game 7. That's where I think we'll be inspired.
Well, thanks for a fresh I'm actually from a very small farming town in BC, home of Western Canada's largest asparagus farm. I think the asparagus dog could be pretty aerodynamic.
I knew it's always you and asparagus. It's always you and asparagus. I love that.
About the Gus. We are about the Gus, and we are about the big performances today, so let's send it down to Lisa at the finish line.
Best performances of the day, we are joined by the notorious Cree. You might recognize him from, of course, the Edmonton Oiler games. He's also performed at Coachella, the Olympics, you name it. Welcome. Tell us about the performance you're putting on here today.
Thank you. What's up, Edmonton? How's everybody doing today? Awesome. So honored and excited to be here to perform. I'm going to be performing the traditional hoop dance, which is a healing dance and also a storytelling dance.
All right, take it away, Notorious Cree. Give it up for Notorious Cree.
That was absolutely incredible. And now for our 31st craft of the day, we have an icon.